matter of fact, all sound boy, suck on the mama. Me name Jah Cure, me rich. More than 3/4 of the friend I'm in the industry. Pussy, me no need dub plate money for live. $1,000 for a dub plate for
With that being said, reggae artist Jah Cure has been sentenced to 6 years in prison for attempted manslaughter. The artist, whose real name is Jah Cure, was sentenced in a Dutch court a short while ago after the court of Amsterdam rejected his claim of self-defense for a stabbing incident which included the wounding of a promoter. Jah Cure is no stranger to confinement, as he was also sentenced in Jamaica several years ago for robbery with aggravation, along with the capital R word that is now being the flagship for the Me Too movement. Yes, that huge R. And so after his release, Jah Cure, he returned to the music scene. He was doing his music, but persons noticed that he was not very humble. He was obnoxious. He was always in arguments with promoters, artists, very disrespectful. He exhibited disloyalty, destroyed his relationship with the former Jamaican beauty queen who placed her career on the line for this dude. Imagine being the face of brands, being lauded as one of the most beautiful women in an island, and then you get married to this accused, R-word person, and this person then betrays that trust. That is exactly what Jah Cure did, by, destroying his marriage to this beautiful lady. And many persons honestly felt he had it coming. Many persons in the music industry have always said, like, this dude needs to be humbled. And it is no surprise that if you notice during the trial, the Amsterdam trial, you didn't see many persons from the music industry vouching for Jah Cure or saying free Jah Cure like they did in the first case. The first Jamaican case. Persons were championing for his release. But now, having seen what he became after he was released, persons saw that he was one of those persons that will always be a problem to himself. You know what they say? If you're in a room and you smell stench, you get out of that room and go into another room and you still smell stench, then at some point you must look at yourself and ask yourself, am I the one that stinks? Apparently, Jah Cure did not take any responsibility for any of his negative encounters. He did not think he was the one that was carrying the stench. And so the chickens have come to roost, and he is now about to serve 6 years in an international prison because of such a lapse in personal judgment, personal self-assessment. It's like you're dealing with a female or you're dealing with a partner, and the partner never takes accountability for anything that is wrong. And you have to be always picking up the pieces. And whenever you both have separated that partner, those same decisions tend to make that person continue to fail in other relationships. So that person keeps going from partner to partner, and the mileage just runs up. And then you realize, see, I wasn't the problem. You were the problem. So Jah Cure will now have to face himself, look into the mirror and ask himself, what did I do wrong? I need to change, or else this cycle will continue. Persons who were once incarcerated are known to get back themselves in similar situations, which leads to a re-incarceration. And that is because the law was right in the first place. The punishment was right in the first place. So that would lead to you making the same decisions, because there are some persons who have never been to jail. They have no reason to go to jail because they don't step out of character. But persons who keep making the same mistakes and doing the same thing over and over, you can see that it is within their character to do so. And therefore, he is a victim of his own persona. Now, if you should scroll through social media, you will see that the majority of his fan base are not with him. They're saying, hey, you got what you deserved. You worked for this. You played stupid games and you won stupid prizes. And so Jah Cure might be on his own this time alone. I've seen where a few people like a Morgan Heritage member and Scatter Borrell commented, or they were saying it's very unfortunate. You know what I mean? But you cannot control a grown man. You know what I mean? A grown man has to look into himself and learn to make better decisions and not fall to temptation. I mean, in this world, there are a million things out there to get you distracted and to take you out of your winning ways. It's up to you to learn to de-escalate situations instead of pouring gasoline on fire and making things worse for yourself. You know what I mean? You can be tricked out of your position if you allow yourself to be easily triggered by person. Nothing is wrong with turning the other cheek. Nothing is wrong with walking away, knowing that you have more to lose. In a situation where you have more to lose, you cannot allow yourself to be tricked out of your position. And Jah Cure fell for the cake, and now he has to deal with the repercussions. I'm out.